Stevo, what are you doing?
Trying to get organised. I've got to put my spare front end back together because I've been wrapping parts off it. Because this weekend there's no racing. Next weekend we've got the Summerslam, which is 3 nights of racing. Where is it? I don't remember where it is. Friday night at Mount Gambier, Saturday night Simpson Speedway, and finishing up Sunday night at Premier Speedway in Warnambool, 3 rounds. Yeah, so I've got to try and get organised. The car, we're trying to get that ready to go. That's been an absolute disaster.
Why? What's wrong with it?
Well, I decided after I watched it after Simpson last weekend, I started up to warm it up, and it had a little bit of a noise, a bit of a ting 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 noise, which is a surefire recipe for disaster. More than likely the flex plate. So we ripped the flex plate out. These things got a habit of cracking the flex plate, and I was right. I don't know if you can see that. Big crack around there. Probably set this side a bit better. Cracked all the way around. So probably lucky we did do that, because that would have...
So if you hadn't picked up on it, what would have happened?
It would have flown apart. They end up pulling the centre out, and this goes bouncing around inside. I've already had that happen once. I was running, I think, 5th at the 50 lapper in Mildura a couple of years ago when I had one let go. It just scared the hell out of me. It just made a big bang and a rattle, and yeah, not real nice, especially when it's rattling around at your toes. It gets a bit hairy, but didn't actually do any damage, but probably a good thing we picked up on it. Look, these have got a habit of doing flex plates. I've been really lucky with flex plates. I haven't had too many dramas, but yeah, this is probably only the second one I've ever had to replace. So we threw a new one in. That's when things turn bad, because don't be a rattle gun cowboy.
Like you.
I've got these nice titanium bolts that actually hold the flex plate in, and I rattle gunned them and stuffed the whole show and snapped the end off it. Did that to a couple of them. I did another one when I was undoing them.
So it's not something you can just get at a bolt shop, is it?
No, not really. I've got to go.
It's a specialty thing.
I've got a set organised, but they're not going to be here till Tuesday. So yeah, that's the adapter that goes on the back of the crankshaft that goes down to the uni down here. Yeah, so that's the adapter that bolts on with those little tie bolts, and then we've got bigger ones there. Those ones are fine, but it's just stuff them ones. So that screwed our weekend. So the car's still in a million bits until I get some new bolts. Probably fly floating around. So that's the number one issue.
I've seen there's a pressure tester on here, mate.
Yeah, we've got a little bit of habit pushing a bit of water out, so I thought I'd bit of pressure test it and just make sure it's right to go. It was really good at Simpson on the weekend, but it has done it a little bit. It did get a little bit warm up at Goulburn a couple of weeks ago.
So is it alright?
Yeah, no, it's fine. It's, there's no water leaks or anything. I'll just make sure it's full and no airlocks or anything in it, and that should be good to go.
Safe and sorry.
Better to be safe than sorry. I don't need to cook an engine. It's 3 days over 3 nights.
Mate, you cook an engine, don't bother racing.
We'll be back next week, trust me.
Nah.
Yeah, so...
Better look for some better sponsors, because I'm not sponsoring you.
Last year, yeah, righto. Last year the Summerslam was an absolute disaster for us. We ran the 3 nights, and I think I did like 1 heat and maybe a hot lap session over the whole weekend. It was an absolute disaster. We were plagued with electrical gremlins all weekend.
We don't need that again.
No, we don't need that again, so I'm just trying to make sure it's right. Obviously, the flex plate should be good to go. Otherwise, the car's been pretty good.
Poor Tyler can't handle that.
Nah, Tyler will go nuts if it starts breaking down. As I've got enough trouble getting Tyler to go to Mount Gambier as it is. It's not his favourite place to race, borderline. It's not my favourite place.
Why does he like racing there?
Because we suck there. I generally haven't gone very well there. I
quite like the track.
It's a nice
you
track.
usually suck at it though.
Nice.
Hang on, you suck at most tracks.
Nice place. Just don't go very well there. Like we can go to. Look, a couple of years ago, we ran the 3 nights at Summerslam. I think it was Hamilton. I think I come 7th. I ran borderline and come dead last by like half a lap behind the whole field. It was just terrible. And then we went to Premier and come like 9th. So, yeah, we can do really well everywhere else except Premier. I just can't get the car to handle there. Can't get it to steer. We'll get it worked out one day. Tyler nearly refuses to go there. We'll work something out.
So I'm going to blindfold him. He won't know where you're going.
We were going to kidnap him earlier in the season and go race there, but anyway, we went to Goulburn instead. Hopefully we can get the joint worked out. We'll just throw something at it this weekend coming and see what we can work out. But like I said, we're running out of time, so things aren't going real well this weekend. I was supposed to have this car loaded up, ready to go. I was hoping to have it in there by Friday.
2 days ago at least.
Yeah, at least 2 days ago, and currently we're in a world of hurt. But anyway,
what else has got to be done?
that's about it. Got to block the car, square the car, get it all set up again, square and ready to go. I've got to
You
get.
can't obviously do that until you've
until I get the other parts over there and start putting it back together.
Ah, so it's just an ornament at the moment.
It is just an ornament at the minute. Yeah, because we're racing 3 nights in a row, just want to make sure that I've got all my spares organised. So I'm just trying to get organised with, that's our spare front end. We've stolen a heap of parts off that. I've been saying this for weeks, I've got to put this back together, so I've just tried to get out of the track to put that back together. We've got plenty of tyres over there, but we've got the truck all semi-organised. I've got to clean it out. I've got to probably throw some more chairs and stuff in here. I don't know how many crews coming. How many crews coming for the weekend?
1 or 2.
Yeah, there'll be 2 or 3 of us coming to get organised, so yeah, just got to organise some shit, fill up all my methanol drums, methanol tubes.
Have you got methanol?
Yes, I've got methanol this time. Beto hooked me up, I've got a drum of methanol, so I've got to sort out my spare bolts. Have a look at that, will you? That's just disgusting.
That's because me and Tyler tipped it in there. Because I stole the yard.
These cases that I've put all my spare bolts in, they're about stuffed, so I've actually put the Bunnings on the weekend and bought a couple more. We'll clean them up. I'll sort them out tonight. That'll be my project after tea. I'll sit down after tea and sort all the bolts out. Plus I've got drawers full of bolts and hose fittings and stuff that I'll drag all them out, put them all into cases and sort it out. Because we need to be able to find what we need to be able to find.
If anyone has any ideas, we need to get rid of these toolboxes and make some room.
Yeah, I need to buy a decent toolbox.
Need a decent toolbox.
This is just ridiculous. So I've got spanners and all sorts
We're
of shit.
running short on room.
So I'm just going to, I think I'm going to pull all these out.
We need suggestions.
Yeah, I think I'm just going to pull these out and put in like one toolbox. I was down at the Total Tools the other day and had a quick look at what they've got. And just actually buy a proper set, because currently I've got like 6 different sets of tools and spanners in there that are just, they're mix and match. And really, in reality, to build a sprint car, all you need is a 3/4 spanner, a 9-16 spanner, and probably a screwdriver, and you're good to go. You can build a sprint car. Gear ratio. I've got to change the gear ratio before we go to Mount Gambier too. I'm not sure. I can't remember
So
what
you've got
gear
a few
ratio
there.
we run. Not sure what one we normally run. But anyway, we'll sort that out. That's another issue.
Just so you remember, you need to buy some more gearbox.
Some more gear totes. Yeah.
Gear totes, yes.
I'll stick
Those
one on my
things.
list of stuff to get on Tuesday. With the new bolts for the crank adapter.
Broken ones.
Yeah, well, they get dropped and they get knocked around and they break a bit. I've got to put that diff together too. I've stolen some bits off that diff, got a new rotor and stuff in. Not a new rotor, but an old rotor and a caliper and stuff to go on that, just to put that back to square one. So in case
You're gonna do what?
What?
What are you going to do?
Put a new caliper and rotor on it. Just to get back to square one, just to make sure. Just in case. If we blow a diff, we can swap it overnight or between races or whatever and put this one in.
No.
But we really don't want to be going down that path again. Last year was an absolute disaster, so we'll just try and make sure we get it right.
I see you were welding under the truck before. Please explain.
So I had a couple issues.
What were you doing?
I had a couple issues with the truck. I climbed under there, and this is just what's going on this weekend. Everything I touch has gone wrong. So I was mucking around with the airlines before, making sure that was all good to go, and blowing out the front of the truck, getting it all cleaned up, and popped an airline underneath where my air tank is under here. So I had to get under there and fix all that up. While I was under there, I noticed that my new shock absorbers that I put on the back axle had cracked one of the mounts and broken it. So we
Dodgy!
yeah.
Dodgy welder.
Yeah, my sparrow shit welding just let go. So we've fixed that up. We welded all the shock mount back up, sorted that out, so that should be good to go. That's about it. A few bit more cleaning up and we'll be ready to run down at the Summerslam next weekend. So if you want to see how we go there, make sure you subscribe to the channel and like the video, and we'll see you all, I don't know where we go first, Borderline Speedway, Mount Gambier.